Hello there, and you are welcome to another edition of the Citi Business Festival on air series and on 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Michael Obodu. Please follow me on Twitter at mobodu. The 2022 edition of the Citi Business Festival is mainly sponsored by Absa Bank, with support from MTN Momo and MTN Business, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, IT Consortium, and GESA. And for this week, we are focusing on the topic reimagining the digital economy. And today we'll be focusing on understanding the digital economy. And to help us get into the nitty-gritty of the digital economy is none other than Maximus Ametorgoh. He's the MD of Pop-Out. And he says Pop-Out is the name of the company, nothing else. I'm just curious. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Michael.
Your company's name is very interesting. Why Pop-Out? Or what does Pop-Out stand
for? The concept behind it is to stand out. So offering you digital solutions so you can stand out. Right. So the stand out, pop out.
Okay. Oh, I see. So when you use your service, you pop out.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. So now tell us about the digital economy. What really is it?
So digital economy can be defined as an economy that is powered by technology. So all the various frames and structures of the economy is powered by digital technologies or solutions, right? So when we say digital economy, that's what it is. An economy that is digital, right?
Okay.
So from governance to business to how every component or sector of the economy is run is powered by a digital solution or an infrastructure, a platform.
Interesting. Your definition has just got me thinking. Now, we in Ghana cannot necessarily say our economy is completely digitized. So what are we? An in-process digitizing economy? Or?
Of course, you can rate it as maybe not above average or almost average, depending on the parameters that you're looking for.
Okay.
And there are different dimensions of digital economy. Okay. So we are talking 5Gs and the rest, very advanced technology. So when we are talking about that, when we are very primary, below that line. So we haven't done badly in terms of the African ecosystem and all that, but we can do more, we can do better. And most of us, we've seen the evolution and then the drive that happened a decade ago, and most of those things have whittled down. And I think we need some drivers to push us back to that level. We have a lot of people like the IT consortium. We have been in that space for a very long time, developing great solutions that we can use for business and also for governance. So I'm excited that Ghana, we are somewhere closer to where we need to be.
Okay.
Exactly. And then I'm excited that we have somebody in the vice president driving the stuff, right?
Yes.
It may not all succeed. Of course, Silicon Valley, a lot of companies fail, and some will also succeed, and bingo, will get there. So digital economy, basically that's it. Technology powered economy that is very technology driven.
Okay. It's good you mentioned the vice president there, because lately his name is synonymous to digitization, and we must commend him for the effort he's making there, even though we honestly do have a long way to go. But let me ask you a tough one. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you place Ghana's digital economy?
I put Ghana around 5.
Okay, at least we passed.
Yeah, 5. We can do way better. The infrastructure that we have the access, we have the MTNs driving various, components of the digital infrastructure. You have the upsize building solutions that people can use. They are virtualizing the banking sector, and you have the IT consortium also building a lot of solutions that businesses can use. So those are some of the elements that you will turbocharge the digital economy, and we have it there. Government needs to come in. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. So I think Ghana, we are on the right footing, but we need to take longer strides.
If you just tuned in, you are listening to 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Business Festival on-air series, and we are talking to Mr. Maximus Ametorgoh. He's the MD of Pop Out, and we are discussing the digital economy under our main topic for this week's edition, which is imagining the digital economy. If you have questions or any comments, you can drop them on Twitter via our hashtag the City CBS, and then we'll read them here and make the show more interactive. But Mr. Ametorgoh has been sharing some very insightful stuff with us on the economy. But how much of a role do you think COVID played between 2020 when it broke and now in this whole digital economy conversation?
Yeah, so I think COVID came in to head all of us like cattle into the digital space. Right?
Seriously.
Everybody was forced. We're doing social distancing. We're not meeting physically. So it was very, very timely. A lot of things were done also online. Small businesses were selling products to people. Delivery companies were making deliveries via WhatsApp. You know, there's a model that I have noticed in Ghana, the convergence of social media, mobile money, and delivery. So I have a small shop. I'm selling a shoe or bag. So I'm on Instagram or Facebook. You want to buy the shoe or the bag, you send me a message, and I give you my WhatsApp number. Transact, the business, and I tell you, okay, pay via mobile money. And then when you pay via mobile money, I get a delivery person to deliver the product to you. I don't need an e-commerce website. The social media platform is enough to drive that. So that's a mix of social, mobile money, and delivery.
Okay.
And that's what is driving commerce. So COVID pushed that us to that particular space. And from the last check, we had almost close to 600,000 more people joining the internet. Now we have about 16.99 million Ghanaians on the internet, 8.8 million on social media alone.
I see.
So you can see what COVID has contributed to that digital economy and pushing a lot more users into that space.
So at least we can say COVID hasn't been entirely evil or bad. At least it has come with its own positives.
Exactly. Disruptions can be natural, and it can also be technology or industry driven, right? So since COVID came, of course, people started moving online, doing a lot of stuff. People started their YouTube channels, TikTok channels.
Yeah.
They're making hundreds and thousands of money.
From their rooms.
Yes, from their rooms.
Yeah.
So disruption happens, either industry-driven disruption or nature can push us into that space.
But sometimes some habits are learned under the circumstance, but it doesn't necessarily become a habit. Now that there's been an easing of restrictions, hotels and restaurants are now open in full capacity. Businesses are operating almost as normally as they used to before COVID broke. Don't you think some of these new digital habits we may have adopted could wean off at some point?
It will. There's a huge band of utility value for digital solutions, right? So for the restaurants, for example, I can check their menu online. I can place an order and they can deliver it to me.
Yeah.
Using technology, you open up the whole restaurant to everybody within your region, your locality. So your restaurant is no more the 80 seats or the 20 seats you have. Now you have the whole Accra to serve, or the whole of Kumasi to serve, or the whole of Ghana to serve.
Wow.
Right? Technology gives you that. It opens you up to scale. So we need to understand that. So they're checking the menu, placing the order, making online payment, and then the Uber person or the person who's coming to make delivery also use technology. You WhatsApp me your location or WhatsApp you my location. If I have a Ghana Post GPS, I send you the address. You deliver the thing to my office or home directly, and it's all technology powered. So it's not just the physical interactions that technology will in a way deny us of, but there are other elements of the same situation that technology can power.
That's true. And for me, one of the high points for me is the convenience. I don't have the patience to wait in a queue for my food. I'd rather be in my home, order and have it delivered to me. But then I'm curious though, do you think this whole digital economy would at some point replace brick and mortar businesses entirely?
It's not at some point, it's doing it, right? I did an article some time back in the graphic business, right, about reconstructing the banking sector. I talked about the fact that even the banking sector, you're going to have a situation whereby you're not just moving from the cash lights to the cashless, and then to mobile money becoming, you know, your mobile phone becoming your bank, actually, right? Very soon, branchless banking will move into bankless banking, right? So then Bank of Ghana introduced ECD.
Okay, yeah.
Now, a lot of things are going to come from the Bank of Ghana to the point that retail banking or even transactions will terminate at Bank of Ghana infrastructure. Nobody interfering. That is where technology is going to head to. So the banks should be a bit afraid, right? So that's like 4 years ago, an article I wrote about that. So a lot of businesses, which is one of the key elements, will be digitally transformed, and products are going to lose their tangibility to become intangible products, right? So video cassettes to, you know, VHS to CDs, DVDs, you know, now
Blu-ray
Netflix, Blu-ray, and then it doesn't matter anymore. Everything is on YouTube. You can watch whatever you want to watch Netflix as and when you want. You have your own schedule. Now, a lot of the other cable TVs, they are also going digital. So you can watch on your mobile phone, your tablet, or your smart TV. Right? So the same thing that the traditional stuff. Now, a taxi driver doesn't need to, you know, roam around burning fuel looking for passengers. Now, a passenger can hail a taxi to whichever location, and then the taxi knows already where they are going, and the software has already calculated how much they are going to charge. Everybody is in the known, so you are not going to bargain again, right? So those are the things. Now, a textbook online can serve 5 million people instead of printing 5 million textbooks and distributing them. One textbook can serve 5 million people. So the reverse is happening, and every sector. Now, drones are taking pictures, analyzing pictures of farms and telling you which part of the farm can give you a better yield, and then the crop conditions, right? All those things are happening right here in Ghana. Now you can fly medicine and blood to people within a parameters of 8 kilometers with a zip line. You have e-pharmacy and the rest happening. So almost every sector is being formatted by technology. So businesses need to rethink how they deliver their products to you. Now I listen to Citi on tuning, right? So I don't need to have a radio set, you know, what we call a signal translator to listen to you. I can listen to tuning anywhere in the world. So that is a scalability of technology.
The world becomes your market.
Exactly. So from banking to education, people did a lot of online learning during the COVID period. They were not going to school. Almost every student was forced to learn online using Zoom and the rest. Okay, so those are the things that COVID did, and digital transformation drives the digital economy. And we'll look at that, the businesses as the core element of digital economy. If we don't have hotels, transportation companies, schools, churches doing live streaming, radio now, you are doing a lot of content than just what you are broadcasting. You are showing your faces, you are interacting with your audience across various social media platforms. Those are all part of the drivers of the digital economy. When you ask people to send a WhatsApp or you ask people to send a tweet and the rest, you are building a culture into the people, so they become digital natives. So you are not just engaging your audience, but you are doing bigger things than that.
Interesting. Right. So we are listening to Mr. Ametorgoh. He's the MD of Pop Out, and he's telling us so much about the digital economy in Ghana. We'll go for a short commercial break, but when we come back, I'll be expecting to hear what businesses who are still in the brick and mortar space and the employees should be doing to stay relevant in this whole digital economy conversation. So you're still listening to 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Business Festival on-air series. Will be airing on Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. sharp here on Citi 97.3. Please stay with us. We'll be going for a quick commercial break, but a quick announcement on our sponsors. This show is sponsored by Absa Bank with support from MTN Momo and MTN Business, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, IT Consortium, and Gesal. My name is Michael Obodu. We'll be back shortly. Please follow me on Twitter at mobodu. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to the Citi Business Festival on-air series. My name is Michael Obodu. The show is sponsored. This year's Citi Business Festival is mainly sponsored by Absa Bank with support from MTN Momo and MTN Business, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, IT Consortium, and Gesal. And we have with us in studio Maximus Ametorgoh, the MD of Pop Out, the business that makes you pop out. And we've been discussing the topic for this week is reimagining the digital economy, and we are focusing on what actually the digital economy is. And Mr. Maximus has been giving us some very interesting information on what it is and how far we've come as a country. Now, from where we left off, so what do brick and mortar businesses have to do to stay relevant, and their employees too? What is next for them?
Yeah, so of course, digital economy comes with the other side effect of it. So that's the negative to those who are going to be the losers.
Yeah.
Right. So if your industry is being transformed or being formatted with technology, you're an accountant, you have, you have all these courses, certifications up your sleeve, and the software comes, they're going to automate that process. Marketing is being automated too as well. So you have AIs acting like business executives.
Yeah.
Right. So based on my profile content, Facebook can suggest products to me, and I'm most likely going to buy that product. I'm most likely going to love that product and also make a purchasing decision. Right. So the brick and mortar, apart from, I'm sure, banku and the fufu and the food that we are going to eat, right?
Yeah.
And of course, it's been you can do 3D printing of food now. So even the recipes you can send to somebody, and what do you call it? A machine can prepare the food. It's going to come.
Whoa.
Oh, they are printing food. They are printing meat and the rest. So anything that is tangible,
yeah,
will be virtualized. Almost anything. The technology to do that is not yet there, but we have seen glimpses of that in different sectors. Nobody thought electric cars would be in the system, would be hip, and it would be nice. Tesla came and disrupted that space, right? Amazon, typical Amazon bookshop, and then evolve into an online business platform. Now you can walk, they have a physical shop now where you walk into the shop, just scan with your phone, and walk out, buy whatever you want to go, and you just go.
Without even an assignment.
Yes. No checkout. So if you're a company, you develop the best checkout software, you are a lady or a guy who is very jovial and is appropriate for a customer service personnel in a shop, your job is already gone, right? So you have to look at the solutions that I offer as a business.
Yeah.
What will kill it or what will make it better? So you have to think about how you inculcate the spirit of innovation into your workers so that they can come up with ideas as to how you can reformat either your processes or the products that you are offering, so you can stay relevant and become a market leader or a market player, you don't need to always be the first, but you must stay relevant.
Yeah.
So if you are selling wache in some corner, right? Somebody can be selling wache 5 kilometers away, and because of technology, can get all your customers going online and buying the wache, and deliveries will be made to their homes, and then you'll still be there waiting for queues in front of you.
Which may
Right?
never come.
Exactly. Restaurants and all those other services. Education. How do you make sure that you can digitalize your school so that those who can't come to school can go online and then attend the school? People outside Ghana want to have a feel of the Ghana education.
Yeah.
So can they continue instead of going to pay thousands of dollars outside? How do you also digitalize that platform? How do we make sure that the children who school under trees,
Yeah.
how do you put a TV there so that teacher in Accra can give them the same quality education via the TV channel?
Yeah.
Right? How do you make sure that maybe some of the TV stations have learning platforms so that wherever their coverage touches around the country, they can broadcast educational content to those people? So look at how relevant your product will be in a decade. Look at the trends within that space. Will you be relevant in 5 years, in 10 years? Your competitors may not even be the people within the same industry, right? I remember one of the FMCGs did a research to find out why people are not buying soap. People were spending more money on data than buying,
Wow.
toothpaste and soap. So you thought your competitor was another soap seller or toothpaste seller. It's a telecom company eating into your budget.
Wow.
So you must rethink the services I'm offering. How do I digitalize it? How can technology drive or empower me to sell more product and reach more people or enhance my processes? Those are the things that you need to think about as a brick and mortar a company.
Very interesting, especially when you talk about the education bit. Even we here at Citi FM, we have a show that we put together during the COVID times for students, Class Act, where they get to learn various topics.
Exactly.
So even though they weren't going to the classroom, they still weren't missing out.
Exactly.
Getting themselves educated. But when you speak about how important this whole digital economy has become, I once saw an artwork on social media that really drummed it home.
Yeah.
There was a picture of a helicopter with a pilot and his co-pilot and then a cameraman. And then under that picture is a drone, which the artwork said had replaced the jobs of all the 3 people there. So clearly, there are some downsides to this whole digitization conversation. What would you say to people who say it is evil because it's costing them their jobs?
No, you see, technology is neutral. That is it. It's like somebody who can use stones to break coconuts, and then you have a knife to do it, and he said, "Oh, it's going to spoil your job because of that." Technology, whether you like it or not, in fact, it doesn't need your permission.
Okay.
So long as people are innovating, they are coming for your job.
Wow.
So long as innovation is happening, your job is on the line. So people become jobless. It's going to happen. That is obvious. Technology is advancing. So we are not going to use brick and mortar again. There are people with hectares of farmlands, and there are only 3 people manning it because the rest are robots.
Yeah.
But others are doing other stuff. So why can't you also get the same opportunity? So for somebody who is skilled, according to a report that I read, digital skills, in the next 3 years, 6.5 million people with digital skills will be needed in the labor force.
Wow.
So digital marketing, analytics, data science, cybersecurity, and the rest. So those are the things you should be thinking. If I'm a worker, how do I improve my digital skills? Right? To stay relevant, because if the company is going to sack people, they'll look at digital skills first before traditional skills.
Okay.
Because if you're an accountant, you don't understand software, and they bring a accounting software that you need to customize for the business. Since you are already an employee and you understand the workings of the company, how accounting is done within that space, with your digital skills, you can easily customize it. The accountant who doesn't have that skill is sacked automatically.
But this one that you are talking about, people losing relevance, it's a bit scary, especially for the number of graduates who are coming into the system. Some are reading accounting and finance, some are reading theater arts. So does that mean we should all go and study IT-related stuff?
We need to graduate from traditional thinking into the digital space. So if you are somebody who did music in school, for example, you already have the knowledge and insight. How do you use technology to format that? Do you build a blog where you talk about music? Do you build a blog to talk about entertainment in the music space? Or do you come up with a channel like Apple Music for traditional music? You can still do the same thing, but you have the skills. The AI doesn't think like that. But with your traditional skills, you can use technology to, make it more, give it more economic value, right? You did accounting. Go and learn the software development, and then you can even build accounting software.
So you're basically saying that at this point, having some IT-related skill is a must.
It's a must. Digital skill is key, and it's part of creativity. In fact, the future of work requires digital skills.
You are still listening to 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Business Festival on-air series coming to you all through the month of June from Monday to Thursday at 9 a.m. sharp. We are listening to Mr. Maximus Ametorgoh, the MD of Pop Out, giving us some very key information on the digital economy, how relevant it is to us, and what we as individuals and players must do to stay relevant in that space. Send us your messages on Twitter via the hashtag CitiCBS, and we'll read out your comments for you. If you have some questions, you can send them through. But then this is very, very interesting. It's good and scary at the same time because at one leg, it's creating opportunities, another end, it's sort of closing doors to other opportunities. But then one part about this whole digital conversation that fascinates me is the enabling environment it creates for entrepreneurs.
Exactly. There's thousands of opportunities there, right?
Yep.
If I sell phones, for example, I can go and create a Facebook page, which is free.
Yeah.
And then spend some 10 CDs or maybe 100 CDs to be boosting it. And I'll be selling the phones online. And I can have my shop in my house instead of renting a shop.
Seriously.
Right. So that is what technology is doing, touching almost everything and formatting them. So if you don't understand and appreciate that, you are going to lose out. Now, when in the digital report, 2022 digital report on Ghana, electronic gadgets was the number one, like the most, the commodity that people spend a lot of money on buying online. Electronic gadgets, almost $340 million spent on that. So you can, if you are selling mobile phones, accessories, and the rest, that is a huge market for you to go at. So don't think, I don't have a shop in Makola, or I don't have a shop at Osu, so I can't run that business. You can have your shop in some corner somewhere and run the thing cost effectively. In your bedroom. And your bedroom, and you compete with all the big guys, and nobody knows. If I order something on Amazon, I don't know who the vendor is. You can see the name, but I don't know their location. Right to me in Ghana. So we can do the same thing.
There's this shop that's so active on social media. If you see how much they post, you think they own a certain big warehouse. I went the first day I went to La Paz. It's a small 4x. I couldn't. So
that is the power of the technology, right? So small businesses can scale quickly at a very low cost, and they will grow quickly. So if you are waiting for capital to start your business, Facebook is there. And for example, if I'm in a locality, I'm a graduate, I don't have a job, I can say, okay, around Citi FM, which shops do you have around? Saloons, churches, schools. Why don't I put them on Google Maps or Google My Business or social media and be collecting 50 CDs a month per person and manage the accounts for them? That is free digital skills, and you don't need any capital.
That's true.
To do that. So technology, does not discriminate in terms of opportunities that you have. If you have the skills, the opportunity is automatic. But you must hone your skills to be able to get that opportunity.
You know, one beautiful part of all this whole digital conversation is, even from the side of the consumer, is the availability of information and data. You know, you go to some of these online retail platforms and you see feedbacks on the business,
The business,
where
yes.
you can tell whether to or not to do business with them. But you know, on the other side too, you may have wrong information posted there just to deliberately sabotage people. So clearly then there is a downside to this whole digital conversation.
Of course, that's why moderation is important. You, the person who owns a business, you must have a real-time eye on your business. If somebody gives you feedback, you are supposed to also respond, not leave it there. Right? Somebody gives you feedback and then you don't comment. Then other people see the feedback is negative, and then it will work against you. Right? And of course, the platforms allow you to also delete comments which are not true. So that's allows you to do that. If somebody is trying to defame you, a competitor is sending somebody to do that, you can equally delete the comment, but make sure you engage the person. A lot of the accounts, you realize either the name is fake, there's no profile picture, you know, they just use some accounts to create it to just come and, you know, destroy your image as a company. You should be able to know all that. And companies should start thinking that online is 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's not like a front desk where the person goes 5 to what they call 8 to 5.
8 to 5, yeah.
No. It's real time. So you need to have people online monitoring your social media platforms and your website across board, government and all the businesses.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Maximus Ametorgoh, MD of Pop Out. I really enjoyed this conversation. I wish we had more time to go in further, but then you're listening to 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Business Festival on air series, coming to you from Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. sharp, here on the Citi Breakfast Show. This year's edition of the Citi Business Festival is mainly sponsored by Absa Bank, with support from MTN Momo and MTN Business, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, IT Consortium, and Gesal. And this week we've been talking about reimagining the digital economy, and today's topic was focused on what that digital economy is. Mr. Maximus Ametorgoh, MD of Pop Out, was here to give us some insight on it. But for more of such great conversations, you have to keep your dial locked here on 97.3 Citi FM for more of such information. Well, my name is Michael Obodu. Please follow me on Twitter at mobodu. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe, stay informed, and bye-bye.